better time than the start of a new year to begin a new endeavor? I think not. So if you've been thinking about selling on Amazon, or maybe this is the first time ever that you even heard of the concept of selling on Amazon, then this is your sign that it's time for you to start. But you might be thinking to yourself, what exactly does that mean to sell on Amazon? Lucky for you, that is exactly what this video is all about. This is your completely free course to teach you A to Z how to start selling on Amazon. If there's one thing that I did right in my life and that I am so happy that I started, was pursuing selling on Amazon. It has led me to so many avenues, so many new roads, and different new experiences, new friends, more money, all of the things. If you don't know me, I'm Cassandra, and here at ProfitGuru, I completely dedicate this channel to teaching you guys how to learn and scale on Amazon. It is completely doable, average people like you and I. No, you do not need an LLC. You really don't need anything other than a couple of things, and we're going to discuss those in just a minute. But the average person, you right now watching this, can start selling on Amazon today. And I know I'm one of those people. Usually when something sounds too good to be true, that definitely means it is. Now, this isn't one of those things that is too good to be true. It is very good and it is very true, but it does require time, work, effort, learning, knowledge, continued growth. So don't start your Amazon business thinking that this is going to be something where you're just going to get rich quick, because that is definitely not the case. So if you haven't, right now, really quick, please hit that subscribe button. Only about 30% of the people who watch my videos actually subscribe to my channel. So if you can hit that subscribe button right now, you will never miss out on any of my videos. Turn on those notifications, like this video, and let me take you through the roadmap of what I'm about to teach you in this free course. Stage one, we're going to quickly talk about why should you even want to sell on Amazon. There are so many different marketplaces and platforms out there. Why choose Amazon? Then we're going to go into stage two, and we'll talk about the different business models that you can use to sell products on Amazon. Because yes, there is more than one way to sell products. Stage three will be the supplies that you need to start. And don't worry, most businesses require a lot of startup, but not Amazon. There are actually only a small list of things that you truly need to get started. Stage four, we'll quickly discuss how to set up that Amazon account, which really is a breeze. Then in stage five is where the real fun happens. In order to sell on Amazon, well, you need to know how to get products. So this will be the application part of the course, where I'm going to take your hand and lead you and show you exactly a variety of strategies to start locating those products. But you're not going to want to leave there, because stage six is common questions that most Amazon sellers ask me, or things that I encountered as a new seller that I want to make sure to address with you so that you know what you know, because you don't know what you don't know. And finally, in stage seven, I will give you some extra tips that I have learned in the past few years for additional success. So let's not waste your time. Time is money after all. Why should you want to sell on Amazon? Well, it's quite simple. The number one thing that you need when you're selling any type of service or product is customers. And selling on Amazon, you don't have to worry about that. The customers are already coming by the hundreds, by the thousands, each and every single day. They already know Amazon's reputation. They already know the marketplace. They respect it. They trust it, and they're already coming. Plus, most of the sales that take place on Amazon are from third-party sellers like you and I. Yes, Amazon does sell products on Amazon, but most of the sales, just over half that are taking place, are from average people like us who are selling our products. And what's awesome about it is if you utilize the FBA model, which means fulfilled by Amazon, that means you are not going to have to worry about holding on to that inventory or placing orders when they come in. You're not going to have to print all of these shipping labels and send them out and go to your mail carriers. For a fee, Amazon is going to take all of your products, hold on to them for you, and when you win a sale, they're going to pull it off the shelf, package it up, and send it to the customer. Not only that, they will take care of the customer service. If the customer isn't happy, you're not exchanging a back and forth with them. This alone is going to save you so much time and hassle. Customer-wise, the FBA model fulfilled by Amazon, it's going to be all up to Amazon. And if something goes wrong and they leave you a bad review based on things like shipping, those can be just marked off of your account because it wasn't your fault. Amazon fulfilled it, not you. Now, while we're talking about Amazon fulfillment, let's get to the other side, which is called FBM, fulfilled by merchant. This is the complete opposite. If you are merchant fulfilling, that means you are the warehouse. You are holding onto the products, and when a sale does happen, you have to go into your Seller Central account, process that order, print the shipping label, and bring it to the mail carrier of the choice. Which, yes, this does involve more work. However, it's going to be less fees that you have to pay to Amazon. So you're kind of trading time for money here. You are going to have more time invested, but you're paying less in fees. And during the busy seasons like Q4, this is the holidays, the end of the year, when sales are really going up, this could be really beneficial because the warehouses where you're sending your products to, they get really overwhelmed. So if you know how to merchant fulfill, then there are certain times when you can take advantage of that and make sales quickly rather than waiting for Amazon to count in that inventory. So there's your first little lesson to think about. FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, sending your products to the warehouses, or FBM, merchant fulfilling them yourselves. Now, me personally, my model is as hands-off as I can be. So most of my sales are from FBA. However, I do recognize the importance of being able to FBM in those cases where the warehouses are backed up, they can't count in my things, to be able to just list them and sell them quickly. So it is good to know both models. Now back to why you want to sell on Amazon. Amazon is claiming nearly 50% of all e-commerce sales. And e-commerce sales year after year just keeps going up. People don't want to go to the grocery stores anymore. They don't want to have to go to the mall, and malls are shutting down. But people know they can find whatever they need, even if it's not located in their small town, it's on Amazon. And like we mentioned just a few minutes ago, they trust the marketplace. They know Amazon is not going to scam them and not going to let them down. So you already have the trust, you already have the customers, you already have this model where you can just send your products to Amazon, but yes, it does come with these fees, which we'll break down those fees further when we come to our pit stop number 6 in common questions. And now that you understand just why Amazon is the best marketplace to be selling on and how e-commerce sales are growing year after year, let's get into the different business models. First off, there's private label. This is the model that most sellers think of when they first see different people advertising, selling on Amazon. Basically, with this model, you're going to buy from China and then recreate your own branding. So you can take a product that already exists and think of ways how you can make that better. Find a manufacturer from China, typically on the website called Alibaba, and then you would find your manufacturer. Explain how you want to differentiate this product, and then you'll smack your brand name on that. Little side note, to get your brand name, you're going to need to set up that LLC and have a registered trademark. But you don't need those things to sell on Amazon. That is just if you want to get into private labeling. Also with private labeling, this would be bringing things to the market that don't exist yet. Maybe you are really good with looking at problems and thinking of new ideas, and there's a way that you can solve a problem people have and you're thinking of a product. So you might bring a whole new product that doesn't even exist yet to the marketplace. However, this does take a lot of capital upfront, thousands of dollars to get started, and a lot of time. You're going to have to find the manufacturer you trust, get samples, get photographs. There is just so much to that process. That could be an hour video on its own. So just keep in mind, that is one model of how you can sell on Amazon, but it's not the only one. Another way to sell on Amazon is called wholesale. This is where you're buying from big distributors and brands directly. Basically, the concept of this is you are going to buy in bulk and get a discounted price and then offload those on Amazon, which can be a good model, but competition is definitely picking up on wholesale products. Used books is also a great way to step into Amazon. You could buy a book for $1 or $2, invest it into that product, and then sell it for $10. However, this is a hard concept on its own to really scale up and make a ton of money on. There's only so many books you're going to find at the Goodwill and at garage sales. It's not super scalable. Another model, I'm only going to touch this one for a second, is called dropshipping. But it is very hard to dropship on Amazon. So if you've heard a lot of people telling you that you should dropship on this marketplace, can it be done? Yes, but the guidelines for doing it are so strict that I really don't recommend it, especially as a new seller, because if you do anything wrong, Amazon is all about protecting their customer and making sure the customer has a good satisfaction transaction. So I highly do not recommend dropshipping. But in a nutshell, what this model is you find somebody who has the products. You never actually have to buy the products. You're listing them for sale, and then when a sale comes in, you tell them, hey, I have an order, now let's ship it out. So you're the middleman. You're never touching products, but again, it can be a good business model. On other websites, I just don't recommend it on Amazon because it is risky. Which leads me to the final business model, which is the one I am definitely going to recommend you tip your toes in and start with. It is called arbitrage. We can do RA, known as retail arbitrage, or OA, known as online arbitrage. Basically, arbitrage is the fine art of reselling. With retail arbitrage, you're going into the stores like Walmart and Target, finding products that have a higher price on Amazon, buying them, listing them, and reselling them. The same goes for OA. The only difference is you're not going into the stores physically, you are finding them online, noticing there is a difference in the price and compensating on that price difference. And arbitrage really is the best place to come in and learn the ropes. You don't have to start with a lot, and it's pretty safe. Yes, there are a lot of brands that don't want you selling their products, but once you learn how to dive in and look at the historical data of products, you should be able to know if a brand is safe or not to resell. So that comes into play when I talked about the learning of Amazon. That's one thing that you have to know how to learn, how to look for brands that are safe to resell without getting an IP, which is intellectual property violation. Because if a brand doesn't want you to sell their products on Amazon, and you start selling their products, they can issue an IP violation to Amazon, which will make you take those products down, and it will affect your account health. Now, I mentioned how Amazon really wants to satisfy their customers. And in doing so, they only want sellers that know what they're doing and that are trustworthy. So your Amazon metrics, your health, has a lot of different factors that go into it. But if your health gets too low, you have way too many negative feedback hits or late shipments or IP violations, your account will quickly get shut down. And let me tell you, depending on the violation, it is very hard to get it reopened, and in a lot of cases, they never get it opened again. So it's great to know the rules beforehand. And those rules, you're going to find the answer to them right in your Seller Central account. But before we get to setting up your account, let's talk about some of the supplies that you're going to need. There really isn't a lot. You're going to need boxes, which you can get from Walmart, from Home Depot, all of those places. You just need to know that your box cannot exceed 25 inches on any side, unless the product itself exceeds that amount. Your box can also not go over 50 pounds. These are just two of the Amazon rules, and if you do that, you're going to get in some trouble. You'll also need a scale to weigh your boxes, a printer. This can be a regular printer or a thermal label printer. For a regular printer, all you're going to need is the 30 up labels, and this is exactly where I started. I just printed the SKUs off on my regular printer, and what you have to do is when you get the SKU, the barcode, you put it over top of the original barcode on the product. That's how Amazon is going to associate this product to your account. It's going to be given a specific SKU. So if you leave the barcode visible for the product and somebody in the warehouse scans that, it's not going to get attached to you. So instead, when you load something into your inventory, it's going to give you a specific SKU that you will print out and put over top of the original bar SKU. That's how these products will be labeled as yours. You'll also need packing tape to pack up those boxes, a measuring tape to put in the exact dimensions of your boxes, and then some Chrome extensions. Really what you want to do is get as much money back as you can. So things like Rakuten, that's going to help you see where you can get cash back. Capital One Shopping, honey, all of these different things that are going to show you the lowest prices and where you can get that cash back. You're also going to need some software in order to do that historical data research and the product research that I was talking about. But don't get crazy here. You don't need to buy all of the software under the sun because it all costs money. Obviously, I'm biased here, but what I use, the only software that I need to run my business is ProfitGuru. With it, I can do everything I need to do. I can find sellers and storefront stock them. I can find the products, the brands. I can look into the historical data. I have my profit calculator, everything that you need. And just by watching this video, I'm going to offer you guys 50% off of your first month with ProfitGuru. If you decide to try it, it's up to you, no pressure. It's what me and my team use. We developed it in such a way because we are Amazon sellers and this is exactly what we needed. So if you want to take advantage and try the monthly plan for 50% off your first month, all you need to type in is free course 50 to get that discount. And that's really all that you need to get started. Yes, you obviously need your computer or your smartphone to be scanning products, to be doing your retail arbitrage or your online arbitrage, but these are things you probably already have. And yes, you can invest in more like a UPC barcode scanner to make scanning those barcodes easier, but you don't need that. So right off the bat, don't invest too much money. You're going to want to see first that this method works and that you can do it before you invest too much into it. So just get yourself those few things that you're going to need to send that first shipment in, because proof of concept, if you can see it happen, if you can get your first shipment, send it in and see that first sale happen, that's exactly what happened to me. I kind of wasn't sure about doing arbitrage, and then once I filled that first box and sent it to the warehouse, and shortly after got my first sale, I was like, it works. It does work. I can sell products on Amazon. This is crazy. But what you need to do is just get started. Get those boxes, get a printer so you can print out those FN SKUs, get your tape, get your scale. You really don't need much more to send in that first shipment, just to confirm to yourself any doubt you might have in your mind. Now we are already on stage 4. Let's talk about how to quickly set up that Amazon selling account. Now, this is going to be the fast version of creating your account. But if you want me to hold your hand further, I definitely can. Just click up above. I will link a video that I have that walks you through seamlessly how to set up the account. Basically, you're going to come to sell.amazon.com, and now we'll go to sign up. The first option you have to choose from is the standard selling plan. And right here we can see that the fee for that to have this plan is 99 cents per item sold. On the contrary, you can sign up for a professional plan for $39.99 a month. So if you plan to sell at least 40 products a month anyways, this is the route to go. And whichever plan you put in when you're first signing up, you are not locked into that. So you can change from individual to professional or so on, but I do recommend just signing up for the professional account. And as you can see here, as you go further into your journey with Amazon and wanting to do more brand things, maybe you want to build a brand, because that is really a direction Amazon is taking. It is getting harder and harder to find products that the brands are allowing us third-party sellers to sell without authorization. So where the future is really going for Amazon, as sellers, we're going to have to get brand authorization from these brands to not get IP violations. Or long-term, we could even be thinking about building our own brand on Amazon. That was the private label model I was explaining to you. And with that, you can do so much more if you have that professional plan. But even doing just arbitrage right out of the gate, you should plan on selling more than 40 products per month anyways, easily. So just go ahead and sign up for that professional plan. A couple more access options here. You can see the difference between individual and professional. But when it comes to signing up for the account, all that Amazon is going to require to see from you is your valid government ID, such as your driver's license, and a bank statement. They have to verify your bank account and who you are and know who to pay. Other than that, what they need to do is verify you are who you say you are. So after you give them those documents and sign up, you will have to prove verification by doing a quick call with Amazon. Basically, they are just going to verify, look at your picture, look at you, and say, okay, this person is who they say they are. Because again, they want this to be a safe marketplace for their customers. You might also get a postcard in the mail with a code on it that you're going to have to enter to prove your residency. Other than that, the only thing they might ask you for additionally might be a utility statement in your name to prove your address and residency. But that's really it. You don't need an LLC, you don't need anything special, any business credentials to get started. Creating your account and signing up should be maybe 10 minutes in total, and then you might have to wait until that following week to schedule that interview, which again, it's not scary, it's just a quick check-in where they'll say, okay, we checked your documents, everything looks good, or they'll say, we kind of need a little bit more from you, XYZ. That's it. So sign up for that plan as soon as you can. Don't start when you think you know everything. Start now, because once you have access to your Amazon Seller Central account, you get access to the Seller University. The Seller University is full of videos and explanations for any question you might have. Literally anything at all. If you go to the Seller University inside your Seller Central account, they are going to be able to walk you through in a nice, easy video format to explain everything. So again, don't wait to start up when you feel comfortable. Start up now, gain access to this university, and learn a little bit each day. Now for the fun part, stage 5, how do you get your products? There are a wide variety of ways that you can find profitable products to sell. So I'm going to take you through some of my favorite ways, but just know I have tons of videos on this channel showing you and walking you through, holding your hand even more. So if you feel like maybe I'm going too fast for you, or you want to watch something a little deeper, go right to my videos and you're going to find a ton of strategies for ways to find products. Let's walk through some of my most favorite and easiest ways to find products. Now, the most obvious and the easiest thing for you to do right out of the gate is to go to any of the stores in your town. Walmart, Target, Dollar General, whatever you have. Open up your Amazon Seller app and you're going to see in the top right-hand corner what looks like a little lens with a circle in it. You're going to want to click that, and this is how you can scan products or scan their barcode. Once the products come on, all you have to do is click Request Approval. It might come up and say you need more authorization to sell this, or it might say you're approved. What you're looking to do is find those categories that you are approved to sell in. It's different for each seller. We have so many categories on Amazon. We have kitchen, health and beauty, baby, toys, outdoor, sports, lawn and garden. So what one new seller might be ungated in, that means you are able to sell it. Another seller might be gated. That means they can't sell it. And you don't know what you can sell until you request approval to sell it by scanning the product. But some of the common areas that you might be ungated in include office supplies, crafts, and pet supplies. Those are kind of safer categories that most sellers and I myself were first ungated in. Now you want to start in these categories that you're ungated in, that you can sell, and find products that are profitable to send in. Once you prove to Amazon that you are doing the right thing and you are a good seller, you will see over time more and more categories will open up. Another way to figure out if you are gated or ungated and can sell the product is to come to your Amazon Seller Central account and go to Add Products. Right here is where you can input the different brands and different products and then request approval. Let's put in Trader Joe. So let's say I found this sriracha seasoning. I'm going to select the condition as new and sell this product. Now, because the application came up, I can start filling in my price, the condition. That means I am ungated. I can sell this product. However, if it said that you were not and that you needed an application to proceed further, then you need to take some extra hoops to get ungated. There's literally no gatekeeping on this channel. Some people charge hundreds, even thousands of dollars to tell you this information, and that is just ridiculous because it's so easy. All you have to do to get ungated, if you did not get auto-ungated, is get an invoice from a supplier that Amazon is going to accept And it's hard to say what they will and won't accept, because what they might accept for one seller, they might not for another. But what you have to do is find a product in the category that you're trying to ungate, or a specific brand you're trying to ungate. So for example, let's say I tried to scan a Nike product to sell and it said that I need to submit an application. What I would want to do is find a legitimate supplier or reach out to the brand directly and ask permission to sell from them. But with Nike, you're probably not going to get that. What I did to sell Nike is I came to Kohl's and I found a product right here on Kohl's. Then I found that same product on Amazon and I requested approval to sell it. What Amazon wanted from me was proof of purchase. I needed to confirm that I bought 10 units of this brand. So that's the secret number for some reason, and that's how you get ungated. Find a listing in the category or brand you want to sell in. Find a distributor that Amazon will accept their invoice and buy at least 10. Then submit a photograph showing all 10 of those products and the invoice showing your information that you put on your Amazon Seller Central account. Very important there. So your name, your address has to match up with your Amazon seller account and the invoice that you purchased to make this purchase. Once you have that, that is literally how you can ungate anything. And if at first you submit that application and it gets rejected and pushed back at you, keep resubmitting. This is just one of those frustrations that all of us as Amazon sellers have to go through, and it happens to all of us, even the most seasoned sellers. So if for some reason your application gets pushed back, just keep resubmitting it and keep trying again. Now that you know about what is gated and ungated, now let me show you how you can find some products. And this is one of my absolute favorite ways, called reverse sourcing. What I typed into Amazon was Trader Joe. So think of a big name brand that's commonly sold, maybe Great Value or Target's brand, something that you know anyone can really get their hands on. So with this example, let's use the everything bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. This right here that is popping up on the right-hand side, this is the ProfitGuru Chrome extension, and it is my lifeline to selling on Amazon. I can see the title right here, the reviews, the weight, and the ASIN right here. ASIN just means the standard number that Amazon gives it. So when Amazon is looking in its category, how this specific product is categorized is with this specific ASIN. So if I was trying to see if I could sell this product and I wanted to put it into the search, I would come right here, copy this ASIN, and drop it into the add products to see if it comes up. Of course it does, and now I can request to sell it. This is how you find out if you can sell the product or not. And when you go to upload the product into your inventory, you will also need the ASIN number then. So the ASIN is very important. Next, we can see the UPC number and if there's any variations on the listings. Variations can be a different flavor, a different size, a different color, all of those different things. Now, next, what's really cool about the ProfitGuru Chrome extension, it's linked to your Amazon Seller Central account. You give it permissions, so it knows what you are gated and can't sell or ungated and eligible to sell. I can see right here, I am eligible, I can sell this product. I can sell in this category, and I am approved to sell this brand. Next, we see BSR. This is called the best sellers rank. What you want to think with this is the lower, the better. Every category has a set amount of products. So what this is telling you basically is how good that product is performing in the category. So when we think of the category that this is in, being in grocery and gourmet foods, that category is really large. There are a ton of products, thousands upon hundreds of thousands in that category. And this is ranked 1.2 thousand. So number one wins the race. They're the best one in the category. It's performing the best. It's flying off the shelves. So to be 1.2 thousand, that is a really good BSR in this category because this category is so large. I do also have a BSR little cheat sheet in my Gumroad you can download for free that gives you an idea of how large each category is and what a BSR that is good or not good for each category is. Next, based on that BSR, that best sellers rank, how fast they're selling, I get an estimated monthly sales. So this is selling estimated about 4,000 per month. But I can see right here, sellers, there are 57 total sellers on this. 26 of them are FBA sellers. So if you are also selling FBA, fulfilling by Amazon, sending it to the warehouse, they tend to win the buy box and win the sales more, so they're your main competitors. Speaking of buy box, that's a term you'll hear a lot. So all of these different sellers here, here's the top offers, but we know there's 57 people on this. But if someone were to come to this listing right now and add to cart, which of those 57 sellers gets the sale? Well, the one that's holding the buy box at the moment gets the sale. So think of the buy box as this invisible little box that is rotating between the sellers at random times. When somebody makes a purchase, whichever seller that buy box is pointing at and on, they get the sale. And then the next hour, the buy box might change to a different seller, and you might be that seller that the buy box is on and a sale doesn't happen. But the buy box is going to keep going. And then boom, another sale might happen down here with another seller. So the buy box keeps moving between sellers to try to keep things as fair as possible, with each seller getting some sales. But of course, there are different metrics to dive deeper into that to see on the listing if there's somebody who usually wins the buy box more than others. And that happens a lot. For example, if the brand themselves, Trader Joe, is on this listing, which I can see right here from the top offers, they're not. But if they were, Amazon would be giving them the buy box, letting them win the sales with that buy box, giving it to them more than 90% of the time. So that's something you would want to learn to check into to see how that buy box rotates. Which basically, since we're talking about it, let me show you real quick. It'll take about 1 minute. This, although, makes you invest into another product called Keepa. So with Keepa under here, we're not going to get into that with this video, but what Keepa does in the short term of things is it shows you if a product is worth going after. Now I'm gonna pull that up bigger using my ProfitGuru extension just to show you that you don't need to buy Keepa separately, that it is incorporated in the Google Chrome extension. But if you get it separately and pay a separate fee, you will get it underneath your listings, and then you can go to data and then buy box statistics. And then if you are paying for a monthly subscription, you would see here, it would show you each different seller and tell you how often they're winning the buy box. But for me, I don't pay an extra fee for Keepa because I have all my Keepa data right here included in my ProfitGuru extension. So if I click on that, I can see everything about this product, how it's trending and how it's performing. I can see the sales rank, which is that best sellers rank. Remember, the lower, the better. So we can see it here spiking up, meaning it's not selling as fast. I can see the buy box, which means what is the price set at? What is the seller that's winning the sale have the price set for if a customer adds to cart? And that's good to know because you don't want to jump on a product thinking it usually sells at $20 if typically it only sells at $10. So you want to look for those trends, which for, in this case, it seems like the buy box is around $4 to $6. But then we also want to look at the number of sellers, the competition. We can see that across time, there are a ton of sellers. Right here, for example, I can see 99 sellers. Back a little further, 114 sellers. Most currently, 57 sellers. So what happens here is there is too much supply and not enough demand. Even though there's a ton that are selling on this listing, all of these sellers are going to compete with each other and start penny dropping because they think that's going to make them win the buy box and get the sale. And in reality, just because you have the bottom lowest price by a penny does not mean you're necessarily going to get the buy box. So it's good to have this and make sure you can check the data historically over time to make sure things seem good with this product. And the other thing to show you about it is on the bottom, this beige color, which we can see across the whole bottom, that shows me that that's Amazon. Amazon themselves, this cream color, they're on this listing all the time. And Amazon also likes to win themselves the sales, give themselves the buy box more than the other sellers. So that's something to look at too. If you see that cream color on the bottom and notice Amazon never leaves this listing, well, they might be winning all of the sales, especially if the brand is selling it themselves and especially if there's this many competitive sellers on it. But what else we can do with the Chrome extension is we have our profit calculator right here. So the sale price is going for $5.99. Say we could get this product for $2.99. Then we can see we would actually be losing money. We can set the desired ROI right here. So say I want 50% return on my investment that I put in. It's going to tell me the cost price that I have to purchase this for to get that 50%. Now we can also see the brand name. We can click on that and then go and look at all of the products this brand is selling. They have nearly 2,000 products. So I could click there. And now ProfitGuru is going to bring all of those products up for me so I can see all of the stats on it, how they're performing, what the fees are. And then I can search Google or search any retail store that these are sold at to see if I can get it for a cheaper price than what it's listed for. But what I really like to do is put in a brand name like Trader Joe's and use it to rabbit trail and find other sellers. Because chances are, if these sellers right here are all selling this product that we can all get at Costco, they're probably selling other products that we can also get at stores like Costco and Target. So I'm trying to find other arbitrage sellers that I can kind of just piggyback off of what they're doing. So next what I would do is right here, I would find the ones that say FBA. Since those are the main competitors for me, they probably have the best inventory. They're doing the same models as me. And I would start clicking this I for each one. Now what that does is it pulls me into the storefront stalker of ProfitGuru. And every single product that that seller is selling is now at my disposal. I can see everything about it. I can see the image, I can click and go right into the Amazon listing. I can see the lowest price it's at. If I wanted to just break even after the fees, it's showing me my break even price. So to make at least 25% ROI, I know how much I need to be able to get these products for. Then it's just a matter of clicking this little Google button and seeing if I can find the product for a cheap enough price after all of those fees to make a profit. So this seller here has 39 entries. I would look through all of those, check the Keepa over here, check the competition over here. And then when I'm done, I would go to the next seller and storefront stock them. Now this is one of my favorite ways to find products because basically most sellers sell things that make them a profit. So if they are arbitrage sellers like me, I just need to be able to find the supplier they got these things at, and I can start piggybacking off of what they're doing. And by clicking on the listings that they're on, so let's go to this one. Now this product is going to lead me to even more sellers down here that I can do the same. Start opening up their storefronts, looking through what they're selling, and seeing if I can find it for a cheaper price and see if I can make a profit. So easy, but so effective. My favorite way to source. Now, tactical arbitrage is also a way that I really love to source in the beginning because it makes it super easy. You're going to input a online store and it's going to scan it for you, cross-reference it to Amazon, and show you what's profitable. So for that, we just come to product search. And what I love about doing this and using tactical arbitrage is that I have all of these stores here where if I can't really think of a place to source at, to look through to find products, I can come here and see this giant list of all of these different websites that I can go to and try to find products to resell. And I do have a code that will give you an extended free trial to tactical arbitrage in the description to my videos. If you're interested to try it, you can do it for 10 days for free. So what you can do here is choose any store that you want. So we'll click on Vitacost. Over here, we select the categories we want it to run the scan on. And then we would go to Rakuten or to the website itself and see if there's a store discount or any cashback being offered. So let's say Rakuten told us there's 5% and the store discount, I have a coupon for 20%. Then all I need to do is name the search, Vitacost, and I can click search and it's going to start to pull the products from that website that are profitable for me to sell. So right here in the search manager, I can see where my search took place. It checked 69,770 products and it added 757 of them that were profitable and met my criteria. So I could come down here, results, view data. And of course, this does take some learning and some setting filters on, but I do have other videos dedicated to using tactical arbitrage right on my channel. And now it's showing you the product it found, the Amazon image, showing you the sales and the profit and the Keepa. So if you're new and it's kind of hard for you to find products, tactical arbitrage is a great way to just have it scan storefronts for you and try to find what is profitable. And then the last really awesome thing with the Google Chrome extension for ProfitGuru is the search terms. So all of these terms are the main ones that are leading people to this ASIN to this listing. So when you have to set up your own listings, maybe you're doing private label, maybe you're doing bundles and you're putting products together that complement each other and you have to create the listing, well, you're going to want to use keywords that customers are searching to drive them to your listing so your listing is visible for them, especially when you're running your ad campaigns. And this shows you the main keywords that customers are searching to find this product. So that's really handy to have. Now let's click here to the brand name. Something cool that we have here also is a brands database. Now let me take you to the dashboard really fast. With ProfitGuru, you get that Chrome extension I was showing you, plus you get a database to try to find products that are selling well, to find brands that are selling well and have the ability to reach out to suppliers to open up accounts with them. Here's our supplier database, and then the ever so needed FBA calculator and sales estimator to show you how profitable and how well these products are selling. And then if you're doing some wholesale and you have some catalogs to input, we have the bulk analysis tool to speed that up for you. If you're looking at doing bundles, you can throw in an item and ProfitGuru will show you what it should sell with well on Amazon. Finally, that storefront stalker, which I first started out showing you, my favorite feature to really try and copy what other sellers are doing. They already found what's working. Work smarter, not harder. Find people who are already selling the good products and copy what they're doing. Let's go to the products tab real quick together too. So this is a great way to, once you know a brand that you're ungated in, you can list that brand name in here. So let's go with great value. So once you know you're ungated in grocery and gourmet and that you can sell great value brand, all you have to do is put that brand name in here and it's going to show you which ones are selling the best, which ones you should be jumping onto that have potential to make you money. Or you can even just do a broad search with a category. Let's say you know you are ungated in arts, crafts, and sewing. Search that whole category, and now you can see everything you need to know about these products: the price, the fees, the sales rank, which is the BSR, how well they're performing, estimated sales, number of sellers, if Amazon is on it, the sellers that are on it, and if it's weight and if it's hazmat. Now we haven't talked about hazmat yet. Just really quick, hazmat are hazardous materials that you can't just sell FBA on Amazon. You actually have to take a little training to do, which I did, and I think it lasted about an hour. It's not that long, but you can't send hazmat products to the warehouse without having the knowledge of how to best ensure the safety of the people who are handling these products. So if something is hazmat and you have not been trained and you cannot sell it, don't buy it. I made that mistake. I bought a ton of perfume and dry shampoo in my first year selling that I couldn't sell in because those are hazardous, and I was stuck with those. But this is an amazing place to come and also find products. So doing that storefront stalker I was showing you with the Google Chrome extension, or right here, right on the main page, or going to products or brands and typing in products and just searching through. You have access here to calculator, historical data to see if it's staying steady, look at the Keepa, and to pull it up on Amazon. So everything that you need to do to research, to find, to piggyback off of products and brands, all right here for you. Super easy, and that is exactly why we built this software the way that we did. And now that it's to a place where we love it, we use it to run our business, we are so happy to share it with you all in hopes that it makes your businesses just as easy to run. Let's dive into some commonly asked questions. The first one is, how much exactly do I need to start selling on Amazon? Most businesses, to start a new business, there is a big volume of money that you have to put in for your setup. Luckily with Amazon, that is not one of those businesses. You literally can start with whatever you have. I would say $500 to $1,000 if you have that extra to invest in your first shipment. That is awesome. But me personally, my first box was literally one box. I filled that box as full as I could towards that 50 pounds, and my items were really small and really light, which is a pro tip for you. Because the more you can fit into that box, let's say that commonly a full box, 50 pounds worth, is going to be about $20 to ship to Amazon. Now, if you only have 3 products in that box, you're going to have to divide that $20 in shipping between only 3 units. That's costly. But if you have 50 units in that box for $20 shipping and you divide that $20 between those 50 small units, Now shipping is pretty much dirt cheap. So when you're getting your products, you really want to think the smaller, the lighter, the better. It's not going to cost me as much to ship. But the beauty in this is you literally can start with whatever you have. If you have only $100 right now extra, find products for that $100 that have a 100% ROI. So with that 100, you're going to get 200. You'll have that 100 you spent and you'll have 100 extra. Now you doubled up. Now for the next month, you have 200. You can find $200 worth of products, 100% ROI, and boom, you got your 200 back and an extra 200. Scale that up. You can just keep going. That's why arbitrage is such an awesome model to start with, because it's really not risky. You can start with as much or as little as you have, and you can just keep scaling it up. Next common question is how you get paid. Now, Amazon pays you every 2 weeks, and when you did sign up, you linked your bank account to that. So it automatically will be sent to the bank that you told it to send it to every 2 weeks. But if you go into your Amazon Seller Central app and you go to your payments, you can request to receive your payment early. Whatever is available, you can say, pay me now. Keep in mind, there is a reserve. A lot of people get confused by this. They see how much they sold, all of the Amazon fees taken out, and then what's available for them. Then there's going to be money in a reserve. Now, what that reserve is, you can't touch that yet. That is there for Amazon being safe. If you're a new seller and they don't really know you yet, and they don't know that you're going to satisfy these orders and make the customers happy and not get returns, they're going to keep a bulk of the money that you've made in this reserve in case they need to pay customers for returns or refunds and you don't have that in your account. So over time, you will notice that the amount they keep in that reserve will be less and less. But at first, they're gonna hold a lot in that reserve until you prove yourself as a seller. So in a nutshell, you will be paid every 2 weeks to the bank account that you put on file. But if you want your money sooner so you can start finding more products to flip, all you have to do, go in, see how much is available, and click Pay Me. It will come to your bank in 2 to 3 business days. Next common question is, how much are the Amazon fees? Well, the first fee you're paying is with your plan. So if you chose the regular plan and not the professional one, just the individual one, you're going to have to pay a 99-cent fee for each product that you sell. But the professional plan is $39.99 a month. So if you plan to sell $40 a month, that's going to pay for itself. So I definitely recommend to just sign up for, like I mentioned earlier, the professional plan. Next is your referral fee, and this is going to vary by the category. For every product that you sell, you'll pay a percentage of the total price or a minimum amount, whichever is greater, to Amazon as the referral fee for bringing those customers to you. So on average, that's going to be between 8 to 15% of the price for each sale. You're also going to have a storage fee to put your products in the warehouse. Now, typically this ranges, but it's not that much per cubic foot. Anywhere from like 60 cents to $3 and some per cubic foot. But when you get into long-term storage fees, this is where the products have been sitting there for more than 6 months. Now they're going to charge you more because you are taking up space in their warehouse for products to just sit there. Now those fees are going to start to double each month. So you definitely want to find products that are turning over fast, that are coming in and going out, because the longer they sit there, they're costing you each month. Then, if you do need to have something removed because it's not selling, there's a removal fee that you might encounter. Now, you can dispose of the product or you can have that product sent back to you, but that's also for a fee. And then you also have an FBA fee, which is utilizing their service of shipping the products, taking care of the customer service, and all of that. So let me show you an example for a little rundown. These Deco Pack sprinkles I used to sell. Now, if we look at the profit calculator on the ProfitGuru Chrome extension, we can see this data. The sale price is $16.11. So let's say I was sourcing this for $5. We can see that the Amazon fees, the referral fee, the FBA fee, and the storage fee are all right here. And they go based on category and based on the cost of the product. So for this product in particular, this is what my fees would be. I would owe Amazon a referral fee for basically just bringing those customers to me, $2.42. On top of that, the FBA fee would be $5.69. Then for the storage fee, this is a very small product. It's not taking up much space, so maybe about 4 cents. That leaves me for a total in Amazon fees of about $8.15. Selling this product for $16.11, deducting $8.15 in Amazon fees, and deducting the $5 for the COG, the cost of goods that I purchased the sprinkles for, that means that my ROI on this product is just over 59%. Every time one of these sells, with everything taken out, my cost of good and all of the fees, I would put $2.96 in my pocket. Now that also doesn't count for shipping the products to Amazon, which would be maybe about 40 cents per unit. So I'd be profiting about $2.50 on the safe side every time one of these sold. And this is an example of a wholesale product. So this is a wholesale account I set up through DecoPack, and I would buy these sprinkles in large volumes and make a little bit of profit off of each sale. So as you can see, there are several fees, and that is exactly why you want to use a good profit calculator like ProfitGuru so that you can see if there is profit to be made when everything's said and done. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today. I really hope that it was value for your time and that you learned a lot about how you can start selling on Amazon today. Now, the last stop on our roadmap are some extra tips for success. But before we get to that, I just want to remind you of 50% off of ProfitGuru if you want to try that by using free course 50 as the promotion code. My first big tip to tell you is I'm sure you're feeling overwhelmed. Don't feel like you have to learn it all at once. I felt the same way. I'm the type of person who, if I don't know something, I want to know it. I want to know it now. And yes, selling on Amazon is an easy concept overall. There are a lot of moving pieces to understand. You just need to learn a little bit day by day. And eventually it will all click and it will all process. But what you need to do is start retail arbitrage right now. Find those products, go to the stores, start scanning using your Amazon seller app, and see what is ungated. Start selling those, start small. Once you send off that first shipment, you're going to feel so accomplished, and you're going to get that aha in your head, the spark that yes, it works. I'm selling products, I'm making money. Don't think you need to know it all before you start. Start now, keep learning a little bit each day and a little more with each shipment. Tip 2, don't think about the other models right now. You want to make quick sales, you want to learn these processes, get into retail and online arbitrage. Retail arbitrage number 1, so you can physically start scanning those barcodes and see which categories are ungated so you know where to start. Then online arbitrage so that there's even more opportunity. You're not limited to just the stores that are around you. Tip number 3 is to do test orders. Don't go in too deep. If you do all of your research and the data shows that you could easily sell 20 per month, but you're kind of nervous to pull the gun, start out with 8, 10, 12. Start out with what feels good for you to get that validation to know that, okay, that amount sold. Now for my next buy, the data's still looking the same, I can increase. But start with smaller test buys so that you're not going to run into wasting money or feeling too nervous about pulling the trigger and buying the products. The next tip is to make sure you send in a full box. I talked about that a little bit earlier. But if your box is full, then that shipping price is going to be divided amongst way more units, which is going to make each unit more profitable to you. So fill that box up, max it out, go as close to that 50 pounds as you can without going over. Try to make those products small and light. The next tip is to set a daily spend goal. Hold yourself accountable. Make up a goal that's reasonable for you and that you can attain, that you have the money to do so with. Maybe your goal is to spend at least $100 each day for $700 a week. Set that goal and make sure you're hitting it each day. And the next tip is to make sure you are tracking what you're buying. You need to have a good spreadsheet of your goals, of all the products you're watching and what you purchased. And in my Gumroad, in the description of any video, you can go and download a spreadsheet for free to get you started with that. The next tip is to look for multi-packs. If you find, let's just say, a pack of instant potatoes, Idahoan potatoes, and they're not profitable just selling one, try to find a multi-pack or a variety pack. Maybe one unit alone of those potatoes isn't profitable, but if you put 10 of them together, you might be able to squeeze some profit out of it. So look for those multi-packs. The next step is to treat this like a business. If you want to make money out of it, you have to put your time into it. You are going to get out what you put in. You truly are. If you are busting your behind and you are putting in the hours, putting in the work, learning, sourcing for products, it's going to pay you. If you're kind of sitting back and you're not looking for products, you're not sending in shipments, then you're not going to make any money. This business will pay you as much of the worth that you put into it. And the last tip that I can give you is time is precious. So as much that you can outsource after you've originally learned it yourself, try to do that. Find yourself a virtual assistant. Find somebody who can help you to find products online, to source through them. Find yourself, if it's in with the margins, a prep center. Send your products right to the prep center. Proven Prep Center, that's who I use. You can find their information in my description. They're amazing and they are in a sales tax-free state. So when I buy products, I don't even touch them. I send them to my prep center, they prep them, list them into my account, and send them to Amazon. Yes, it is for an extra fee, but you're not paying sales tax on these products. If you're in a state that has sales tax, I'm in New York, which I do. So it saves me not paying sales tax on the products. And then yes, I do pay a fee to them for their service of receiving, prepping, and sending it to the warehouse for me. But it saves me so much time. Prepping a big shipment takes hours. Listing it, printing off those FN SKUs, making sure everything is packaged correctly and safely. So if you can afford a prep center to do it for you, I highly recommend you do it. And Proven Prep Center is definitely the best one by far. We made it. We are at the end of our roadmap. We are here at the finish line. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. If there's something that I did not answer, keep in mind, I have a ton of videos on my account. Go look at my videos and you're going to find even more content there specifically to teach you all of these concepts. But also, if there's something that's burning in your mind, drop it down below in the comments and I personally will answer you back and try my very best to make sure that I satisfy that question. The new year is here and it's time to start something new. It's time to get a hobby that is actually going to pay off and make you money. So this is your sign. It is time to start an Amazon business. And this free course should have given you everything that you need to at least dip your toes in and get going. To sign up for that account, to have the supplies needed, and to go out there and look for your first products, fill that box and send it in so you can start making sales. Again, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I thank you so much for being here with me. I look forward to continue helping you in your journey and helping you to scale that Amazon business. That's it for this one, and I'll catch you in the next video.